Welcome friends, my name is Denise and I run the Poshmark Closet Eat, Play, Love. I am out in my gorgeous garage. I am about to ship 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items that sold yesterday, and some of them did sell Saturday night. I had an amazing weekend of sales coming off of a live auction on Friday. On Saturday, I sold 8 items for $451, and on Sunday, I sold 5 items for $321. I will say straight out, that was actually without sending a huge offer to likers. I think maybe I sent out a 30% off to offers to likers, but I did not send a 40% off, which sometimes triggers a big run of sales in my closet. I truly believe going live on Friday bumped me in the algorithm. I just happened to have the items that people were looking for, and this weekend I sold $1,081. There may have been a couple of sales that weren't live show related, but in general on Friday I sold 21 items for $309, and some of the items that I shipped out weren't listed, and I did a 2-for-1. So technically I sent out 31 items. I'm going to go into complete detail as I'm shipping. Come along with me as I get these 7 items out. 3 of them are wonky, and I'm going to show you how I tackle wonky sales. First item I am shipping out is an Ibex merino wool cap sleeve shirt, and I'm gonna joke again and I'm gonna reference it, but if you happen to see my last video, I probably sourced 10 items that were merino wool. The reason is people like it, people seek it out. Here is that Ibex tag. That's what the logo looks like. It's typically on the outside of the garment as well, in case there is no interior tag. That's what it looks like. Kind of nondescript, hard to see. This item I had in my closet for $50, and it's no longer available on the Ibex website. I love the brand Ibex, and I've brought it up in many videos. I always pick it up when I find it. Ibex is actually made in the USA, and I think that's what makes it special. So many brands are producing products overseas, including Patagonia. I don't want to say I had a miscommunication, but the person who wanted this item offered me $30 and I declined. I had sent them a $40 offer with discounted shipping. So then I counter offered $35, which means this person is saving $3 from my initial offer. There was a little back and forth, and to be honest, I really didn't want to let this shirt go for $35. It's definitely worth $40, and I decided, okay, I'm just gonna take the 35, it's gonna move out of my closet, and I'm gonna be done with it. Smart move for $5, but truthfully, I wanted 40. This is heading off to Alaska. So when I use these Tyvek envelopes, I have noticed that sometimes they peel up pretty easily. I always use these priority mail stickers that you can get in a roll of 250 or 1,000 from the post office to just tape off or seal up the corners there, and just to provide a little bit more security for when they are shipping. As you will see, I really don't spend a lot of money on shipping supplies. I believe in using the supplies that USPS provides. The first reason is A, they're free, they deliver them to my door. And the second reason is they are totally marked with USPS branding, which means the post office recognizes that you know, this is a priority mail item versus when you use a different type of packaging. They'll see it on the label, but it's not like the bold package. All of the packaging is brand new, so I don't feel bad that I'm not providing someone with a cute mailer. Now, in a few minutes, you will see I do sometimes have to use non-USPS packaging simply due to the size or constraint of the item. I am packing up right now a pair of mother jeans. These are called the Looker jeans in dark graffiti. I actually sold these a rare straight up. The person bought them before my closet sent them an automatic offer to Liker. They sold for $75, and believe it or not, people are still spending $75 on skinny jeans. I believe these were recently reposted in the past week by Posh Sidekick. I relist items after 60 days in my closet, and these were fresh to my closet. So thank you for that, Posh Sidekick. They appeared higher up in the algorithm, in the just in algorithm, and I was able to move these jeans. I probably had them, I would say, at least for 6 months in my closet. I always pick up mother jeans, even if they are skinny jeans, because once you fall in love with a pair of jeans and the company no longer makes them, we really step in as resellers and provide those items to people that they're mainly looking to replace, that they probably wore out. I have done it numerous times. I have found my most beloved clothing pieces over and over again from Poshmark. The next item I sold is a packed. I still have a few items lingering from my packed sample sale that I went to, and this is one of them. This is the Coastal Double Gauze Beach Tunic. I sold this for $32. It is new with tags. It is also a sample, and this item I do not think the company released. We were able to pick up some items that I think are coming out in like spring of 2024. So currently this item is not available on their website, and I don't mean just the color, I mean the actual cut and style of this dress. I was unable to locate this being for sale, so maybe it's an item that'll be coming out in 2024. I love sourcing and picking up packed. This next sale I am very proud of. I sourced this item on Thursday. I posted it on Friday night before I went to bed, and it sold Saturday afternoon. It sold that quickly. It is a Wool X Sawyer shacket. It is merino wool. The color is camel. I'm really not going to go into detail because I talked about it in my last video, but I will show you the label. That is the Wool X label. And wow, you know, I have picked up one-off wool brands before, and some of them are still sitting in my closet, you know, not Ibex, not Smart Wool. And so it's just kind of like a crapshoot, but oh my goodness, I did not anticipate that this would sell so quickly. A little bit about the story behind this. I didn't hesitate to pick this up when I saw that it was merino wool. I didn't even run comps on it at the thrift store. I did notice that the person put the extra button in the pocket, so I'm just gonna put this in the thank you card that I'm going to include with this. I The story goes with this really quickly is it sold for $240 on their website, and this is a current style. It is obviously a popular style and the color wasn't available. It was sold for $240, not on sale or anything. It was just sold out in extra small and small. They had medium through extra large. I first posted this shacket for $180. I thought, oh, $60 off. I'm still gonna make a great profit. I'm excited for this. And then basically what happened is there's not a lot of Wool X items on Posh, so I posted the item and then I clicked through to the brand to see what was currently available, to see if there were any Sawyer shackets that had sold or if the market was oversaturated. And it turns out I was the only one that had one in this color and size for sale. I decided to instantly go in and edit my price from $180 to $200, and then that next day I got the $170 offer. I happily accepted it right away. I didn't go back and forth and think about it. I just thought, yes, I will take the money and be happy with the $170. Let's just look at the numbers really quickly because I didn't have to offer a shipping discount. My earnings after Posh's $34 fee is $136. I paid $14.99 for this, so $15. So I made $121 profit on this one item. Those are the kind of numbers that I would like to talk about more often. Like, wow, I made $100 on this one item. Yes, please, and thank you. I am gonna write a thank you card to the person who purchased this item. I like to do that when someone makes a substantial purchase in my closet and they don't lowball me. They just come right in, make a great offer that I can accept. I also want to put this button in a safe place so the buyer has it. I'm gonna quickly write that thank you card and I will be right back.
I don't know if there's a combo class at 6 a.m. at Shrine, and then there's the Rebel.
I'm watching a live as I'm shipping. My pal Missy, who I met at Posh Fest, she's live right now, and she's one of my favorites, so I am gonna mute it in 1 second. I pick up these when I am ordering shipping supplies just to have on hand. They're like 3 little stickers in one, and I like to use them to seal boxes. Sometimes the seal doesn't feel that secure to me, so I always used to put tape, and right now, there we go. I sold this blouse to someone who needed some measurement details, and you know, confession, sometimes I'm in the mood to give more details on measurements and sometimes I'm not. On this one, ultimately, I decided, yes, I will provide her with the questions that she is asking me, and she actually purchased the item. So sometimes it does work. Now this morning I had a guy ask me for thigh measurements and calf measurements on a pair of jeans. I typically provide waist and rise and inseam, and he asked me for very specific measurements, and guess what? I haven't heard back from him. So sometimes it pans out and sometimes it doesn't. If I ask someone for a specific measurement and the size doesn't work for me, I always follow up with the reseller and I say, thank you so much for measuring this for me, but unfortunately, with those details, the size isn't going to work for me. And I sold that for $21. Not a great pickup. Not a great sale, but you know, $21 is $21. Cha-ching! And just lather, rinse, repeat. Keep those $21 sales churning through here, and before you know it, it's gonna be great combined with a few higher ticket item sales. And when I talk about Saturday, I'm gonna get into what kind of happened, because I actually accepted what I would consider to be not totally lowball, but definitely low offers on 2 items. And after I did that, I wound up selling, oh my goodness. I mean, I went on to sell $450 that day. So a couple of lower ticket items selling did net me in more profit for the day. So the next item that I sold was a pair of Luchis roper boots, and I had them in my closet for $305. I sent out a $198 offer and someone accepted. I have the moment where the sale came through. I happened to be live on camera doing my other video, and so I will share the clip here when that sale came through. I was so excited. I already had a pretty decent sales day, and it made me so happy. So for this item, I'm noticing this box is cut right here. I am using in a plain box. The boots fit in here absolutely perfectly. I'm gonna spend some time not talking and packing these items up. I will be using a bubble wrap and packing material to make sure they are secure and get safely to New Mexico to the buyer. In addition to using the bakery tissue paper for clothing items when I ship, I always have on hand packing paper. This is used in moving, and I like to ship shoes in the packing material. Now, I want the buyer to know that I took care of these boots, so I am gonna put some stuffing in the shaft of the boot. And then I'm going to individually wrap every boot before I place the packing materials in here. I don't think anyone wants to buy a $200 item and to receive it just kind of thrown into a box. I want the buyer to know that this item was taken care of. Let's see. This is what it looks like when it's just like this. I apologize. I feel like having a packing station and not having the camera right here, it sets me up to be turned towards the counter a lot, and I'm just going to apologize right now because the beginning of this video was me facing the counter. Awkward. Don't like at all. I'm going to write another thank you note in this order. Item. It bothers me when this curtain is open. A little peek-see into my shelving unit back there. Who wants to see that? Let's just pretend like there's nothing behind the curtain. I sold a vintage Nautica down puffer jacket. I'm gonna be sending it in this poly mailer. I don't have a large box, and you'll see why in the next item that I'm shipping out. This actually had a couple of repairs to it and some patina, as I like to call it, to the sleeves and the yellow part. I did not try to stain treat this or wash it. I do like to put the buttons on the inside when I send something out in a poly mailer, just kind of to protect it. I am not going to put this in tissue paper or packing paper, simply just because of the size and the bulkiness of this. It kind of expands and contracts, so it is what it is. I will simply put a thank you on the outside of this package instead of including a sticker and a thank you on the inside of this package. Anyway, watch this. Da, 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 da. One ginormo jacket. It feels like I'm shipping out a pillow or a comforter, and that's why I have these poly mailers on hand. I bought huge poly mailers. These are the only poly mailers that I use, this size. And the reason why I keep these on hand is for a couple of reasons. One is to ship out bundles, especially from live sales. A box can weigh almost 11 ounces, and if you sell someone 6 pieces, you're gonna bump up to that 5-pound restriction. So if you mail it in a poly mailer, this is like an ounce compared to 11 ounces. So it's a great way to fit things in. It also just, you know, bulky items, weird items. Even if I have to like tape up a box and like jerry rig a box, I then sometimes put this mailer on the outside to just make the package look good in shipping. I will do a good job of taping up the sides of this, and I always put one strip of tape along across the label. Ugh, I am not doing so good with my tape today. You know, I sold this. I had it in my closet for $58 and I sold it for $35. I really wanted to get closer to $58, but storing an item this big, I picked it up at the bins. You know, there's a lot of reasoning for me to just let this go. It weighs 2 pounds, so I had approximately $3.20 into this item. I sold it for $35. Let's see, after Posh fees, so I don't have to do the math. After Posh fees, I earned $28 minus $3, so I still made $25 on this coat. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Okay, last obscure item, and then we're gonna get into items that I've already shipped out. Now look at this. What are you doing? Okay, friends. So my mom, who I've mentioned before in videos, she had the Laura Ashley Bramble bedroom set and curtains and pillows and all those fun things. She also had this lampshade, and when I cleaned out my childhood home, I decided to ship this lampshade back to Colorado and put it up for sale on Poshmark. I sold this. Are you ready for this? Drum roll, please. I sold this lampshade for, it's technically dead stock, new with tags, $79. I sold this for $79, friends. So know your brands, know vintage items, and especially Laura Ashley textiles, curtains, bedroom sets. People still use it and seek it out. So don't, hesitate if you see something that looks fairly like close to this bramble. Do a little bit more research. It actually says Laura Ashley right here. So if this didn't have any of the wrapping on the outside, I personally would recognize this print and the colorway, but you could confirm by looking on that metal piece that it is actually Laura Ashley. Now, what I have decided to do, and I'm gonna wrap this up off camera, of course, is I took 2 large boxes. I am putting one on top of the other like this. And the beauty about doing this and taping it like this is now there's an extra cardboard layer going into this part of the box, which I don't want to say makes it crush proof, but it makes it really, really secure compared to a single layer cardboard box. Okay, my battery died. I packed up all the things, and don't be shy. I would not combine a box that's labeled flat rate. This is just a large mailing box. It's called the number 7 box. I just had to order some more because I used the last of my number 7 boxes. So I have this, I have these. These are just fan favorites, right? Easy peasy out in those envelopes. I've also got this, I've got the regular box, and then I also have the boots going out in this guy. I always weigh to make sure that I'm not hitting the 5-pound limit, and the boots only weigh 2 pounds, so I'm not overly concerned. Up next is the items that I sold previously to all these items that I shipped out this weekend. Okay, let's take a moment to talk about the other days, Friday and Saturday. This was pretty much Sunday, and I'm just gonna kind of break down and get a little bit more intimate with the details of my sales. I held my first live in a month on Friday morning. Sorry, maybe it was closer to like Friday afternoon. And I hadn't had a live in a month. I needed to get my feet wet, and I just pulled some items from my closet that I thought would do okay. And I also pulled items from a donation bag that I have. Let me grab that bag to show you what that looks like. Out. Donating items. Always be going through your closet and deciding, like, do I want to keep this? Do I not? You know, this item was my daughter's. It's from Urban Outfitters. It's like a $12 sale. Yeah, I don't really want to be putting my energy into photographing items for a $12 sale. So I'm shifting how my business model looks. In turn, I had a bunch of items in here that I decided just to throw on my rack for the live show and sort of say, hey, this item is unlisted. It's also a size medium. Are you interested in it? I'll throw it in the bundle with you. And that's how I got 31 pieces to move out of my closet. Now, as I mentioned, looking at just the Posh numbers, I had approximately $14.72 per item that I sold in my live show. I sold a bundle of 4 items for $50. I sold a bundle of 4 items for $47. I sold someone a lot of Free People items and a Lululemon item, a maxi dress from Anthropologie that I was just ready to let go of. When I chose things for my live sale, I based it on items that I am potentially thinking of moving out of my closet. And when I say moving out of my closet, that means delisting them and donating them. So that was kind of my angle. I didn't go in it with a theme or a brand. I just went into it like, these are brands that we love. Free People, Anthropologie, Zara, blah, blah, blah. And people really took to it. I even had a few people come into my live sale, ask about a couple of items that were in my closet. I pulled them from inventory and sold them on the spot to the person. A Peter Millar merino wool v-neck sweater. I sold some unlisted items. I also sold more Free People tops. Now the Free People tops that I sold in my live show, guys, I've had in my closet for like a year and a half. I used to just source Free People all the time just to source Free People. It doesn't really sell for me, and it's just like Lululemon. For some reason, Free People and Lululemon is a huge live seller, and it just sits in our regular closet. So it's almost nice to have those pieces to throw into a live show because I was ready to be free of them. I had brand new with tags Free People that I simply couldn't sell. The color was obscure. I don't know what to say, but I got them gone and out the door. Let's see. I also sold a few other items on that Friday. I didn't just sell my auction items. I sold a Neiman Marcus leather clutch purse, and I sold a pair of sandals, block heel sandals for $32, and I sold an Outdoor Voices exercise dress as well. I think that was the last item that I sold on Friday. The exercise dress I sold for $36. Now let's talk about Saturday. I sold 8 items for $451, and you know, people say don't decline offers. I decline offers all the time. I just came off of a live sale on Friday. And when you hold live sales, you kind of grasp what your bottom is really, really quickly. Say, for example, I'm selling this Skims zip up, crop zip up teddy jacket in my closet for $55. I may offer this $20 in a live auction. Just really depends on my mood. I'm just giving an example. I'm willing to probably do about 50 to 60% off in a live sale, and that's just how it is. Now, I had a $32 sweatshirt in my closet. It was a Chaser sweatshirt. It had the Core Power logo, yoga logo on it, and someone offered me $15. And I had this moment, I was laying in bed and I took a moment, I just made a sale. I took a moment and I thought to myself, if I was selling this Chaser sweatshirt live, what would I have sold it for? And to be quite honest with you, I would have started it $8 to $10. So when someone offered me $15 and I didn't have to pay anything towards shipping, I decided to accept that offer. What's interesting about that is that I proceeded to make sale upon sale upon sale throughout the day, and I even accepted a couple of offers that I kind of had to go back and forth in my mind on, like, do I just want to take this or do I want to counter offer? I went on to sell a pair of Dansko Marisol clogs. These are a little bit of a different style than their professional clog. They have more of a European styling, and they're all one piece. They're not like a front piece and a heel piece. I sold at Corningware cornflower blue broil bake tray. I love Corningware cornflower blue. Corningware produced this floral pattern in the 80s and retired it in the 80s. So I had that in my closet for $55 and someone offered me $25. I decided to look on eBay at comps and think, if I sell this for $25, am I really gonna be like hurting myself? I might have had $3 into it, but that doesn't mean I have to take an offer lower than I want. I ultimately decided that $25 was actually a really great offer. I had seen some online for less than that were selling, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna jump at this. I sold a pair of cool splash roll-up pants for $32. And then I also took a $16 offer on a packed organic V-neck dress. It's just a t-shirt dress. I had that in my closet for $32 and I took the $16 offer. I was just ready to let things go and it really worked in my favor. Now on the heels of all of those kind of lower end sales from $30 to $15, it turns out I sold those mother jeans for $75, full price sale, and then I sold the Wool-X Sawyer jacket for $170. Then I sold the Laura Ashley Brambo lampshade for $79. Now, moving into yesterday, which was Sunday, I sold 5 items for $321, and those are the items you saw me ship. And I just sold a Free People maxi dress for $35. I have dresses set to send at 25% off instead of 15 to 20% off, which is my normal offer to likers. I am ready to move on with my dresses. I feel like I've had some dresses for a long time, and so I've created a little bit more of an aggressive first offer to liker on that category in my closet. Thank you to Posh Sidekick for giving me the ability to do that. That is not manual offers that I'm sending. I did successfully go back and forth with a few people on offers, and typically I do not have people accept offers when I counter offer. And this weekend I had some success with that, and I'm kind of surprised. Typically people just ghost. They're just like, no, take what I offered or I'm out of here. And so, that's just how it goes. I have an offer out right now. A person offered me $15 for a Armani Exchange embellish logo t-shirt. It's new with tags. I have it in my closet for $44. She offered me $15 and I countered with $40. If I can walk away with $30, I'll be happy, but I'm certainly not selling an Armani Exchange t-shirt for $15. That's all I'm saying about that. So maybe she'll ghost with my high counter. Maybe she'll come back with something else that I've decided that I will accept. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say. I'm really happy. I made a total of $1,081 in sales this weekend. For profit for me walking away was $864. I haven't exactly done the math on my cost of goods. I like to approximate $5 cost of goods. So let's just say $150 for cost of goods on these items. And that leaves me with about $700 profit for the weekend. January has been an incredible month, and I am ready for my sales from this month to just keep on growing. I've done $1,558 in sales, and it is the 8th. I have sold 46 listings. So that is hitting my goal of 125 items a month out of the ballpark. If I can sell 180, I will be looking to hit about $6,000 in sales for the month of January if this pace continues. If this pace drops off, it drops off. I will be holding live sale again this week, and maybe even two if I can source some more Lululemon and activewear items. That's all I have, everyone. I am headed to the post office to make my buyers happy. I like to ship same day. Some of these items were purchased on Saturday night, so it's really important for me to get to the post office this morning. I did have a $100 sale last night on 2 pairs of jeans, and the person's credit card declined, so it turns out it doesn't look like they're going to update their credit card, and I will ultimately block that person, because anyone who sends offers and really doesn't plan on following through with purchasing the item is just straight up rude, in my opinion, and I don't really want to deal with someone. I understand your credit card expires and things happen, you have to switch out your card. Normally people are responsive and they'll say, hey, I'm so sorry about that mix up, and I'm like, no big deal at all, you know, just update it whenever you can. I'll accept your offer when you get that information updated. But when people have a credit card decline and then they ghost, I've had that happen 2 or 3 times lately, and I just find it demeaning and rude. So that's my philosophy on that. Let's see. I still have my rack right here of stuff that I need to post, and I didn't get to photographing last night. I decided to take a little break, but I'm gonna get after it today. And let's post 5 things. You know, it's like we talk about these things all the time, but if you can motivate me and I can motivate you, leave something in the comments, that a strategy you're doing to help your business that you think will help other people, that will help me. I would love to hear it. Thank you for watching. I'll be back in a few days. I hope you're doing well. Take care.